am Bran, and I love ABC Family Christmas movies.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I unabashedly love ABC Family Christmas movies.
I'm Dan, and somehow I've walked into an Eric Von Detten fan club podcast, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Whoa. Hi, everybody. This was important.
Yeah,
it was important
You
because we just finished watching all 8 Mission Impossible movies.
And then ranking all 30.
And then ranking all 30 of the Mission Star Wars Force movies.
Which, Furious movies. Star Wars Force movies.
And
yes.
we're getting ready to start something really fun, which we'll talk about in a second. But we had this week, and it happened to be at the end of Christmas in July. And I didn't want my buddy Ryan to feel left out of the Christmas cheer. And last year we had a lot of fun going through some ABC Family classics, and there was one that fell through the cracks. I mean, there's a few.
Is
that
it
fell through
because
the cracks,
it was a YouTube copy of a grainy 4:3 movie from the 90s?
That's not the only
Can't
reason.
confirm or deny.
That's not the only reason. But it felt right to finally get to the movie starring Brink from 1996, Christmas Every Day.
Would have been a mistake not to.
It would have been a mistake not to. That's exactly right. But let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
The elephant in the room is, what are we going to do next?
What are we gonna do next?
We've done 3 giant franchises.
Giant.
Massive.
Huge.
Ryan's the franchise guy.
We call him the franchise.
We call him the franchise.
That's right.
eBay Kid and the franchise.
It's the franchise, first of all.
Franchise and the eBay Kid.
Yeah.
I'd watch that movie.
It's a good movie. By the way, it's picking up steam, this idea of you starting an eBay show where you bring to us an eBay buy and you talk it through, and
people are talking.
It's a shame that this is picking up steam when, for reasons we don't have to get into. I'm trying to scale back purchases a little bit right now.
For some reason it was subsidized?
Oh well, we can talk about that for sure. Yeah.
Stick to a budget. That's all.
I mean, no. It would be not subsidized like you would think. It would be more like, what can Ryan find with this subsidy, like with this budget? What do you think of that?
I honestly, even that might be the better way to go, regardless.
And can you flip it?
Is this?
There's another side of it. Can you flip it?
A great idea, or is this the equivalent of buying alcohol for an alcoholic? I don't know. I don't know. Look behind him.
And we're actually going to do both of those things. And we're just going to see.
That's not this elephant, though. That's not this elephant.
That's not this elephant. What this elephant is what are we going to do next? And there has been a lot of conversation over the years between the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Specifically about the Mighty Ducks.
And Ryan being wrong about D3, yes.
And Ryan being wrong about D3 and all of that. And so we decided, obviously, we have to deal with this. We have to give these a fair shot and a fair shake and all the fair S's that we can and watch the 3 Mighty Ducks.
Fair shot, a fair shake, a fair shimmy.
But why stop there? Because if you recall, one of the first was the first diss list we ever did.
I believe, yes.
Was
that
Ryan
was maybe a mistake, huh?
was Ryan bringing his favorite 90s sports movies.
Yes. That is correct.
And so what if
I think his favorite sports movies of any time.
And they were sports movies of all time.
He put a lot of 90s in there, and he was so wrong.
Forgive me for thinking that it was all 90s
Creed
movies.
And Remember the Titans got in there amongst Brink and other 90s classics.
Oh, yeah, Brink was number 10. The greatest movie of our time, of all time, of any time.
Brink. So we've decided that until Christmas, countdown to Christmas begins, we are going to be watching some 90s sports movies with Ryan, and it's starting next week with the Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Monday.
Mighty Monday is what we're calling it, as a nod to the Mighty Ducks, but also
as a nod to the McDonald's Mighty Wings, which we'll be eating while we'll send them. It'll be fun.
It's not from the 90s, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's Mighty Monday.
It's Mighty Monday.
Yeah.
So join us next week. We'll be talking about Mighty Ducks. Can't wait for that.
Quack, Mr. Ducks.
And then sports movies now until the middle
Until
of October.
forever. Oh, till the middle of October. I got it. My bad. I got a
Or
little
until
pumped
forever.
up. So basically, like 10 weeks of
Yeah,
sports
10 or
movies.
11 weeks of
Great.
for
10 or
Mighty
11.
Monday.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
Mighty
yeah.
Monday. It's
Mighty
going to be
Monday.
a lot of fun. But we can't start that now because we have to talk about Christmas every
Can't
day.
we?
We have to talk about Christmas every day.
Could have finished July with the Mighty Ducks and nobody would have cared. Instead, we brought up this grainy POS.
It's Christmas.
Brand, you never found a better copy?
Never found a better
it's
copy.
brutal.
Nah.
Never found a
That's
better
a real
copy.
Imagine
shocker
it writ
considering the
large.
legacy of this film.
Writ large of a 77-inch OLED. Imagine watching it on that.
Yeah, honestly, that's like the one time you're regretting that purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
I
think
should
we
have just watched it on the computer.
should have known better.
Should've
We
watched it
should
on the
have.
laptop.
Yep.
Let's talk Christmas every day. It originally premiered on ABC Family on December 1st, 1996, and went a little something like this. Teenager Billy Jackson is helping his dad out with some deliveries. They own a little shop, a little mom pop shop. And despite the fact that it's Christmas Eve and he just wants to go goof off with his buddies, he overhears his dad talking about some rumors that a big store is coming into town and might put him out of business. But he doesn't have time for that. It's
Nothing he can
Christmas
do right
Eve.
now.
It's basketball time, y'all. He claims that he has been working on his shot, but his bully Joey isn't having it, and rightfully so, to be honest with you. To make matters worse, Joey is dating his crush Diane. After getting humiliated on the court with his shot, he forgets the bag that he was supposed to deliver for his dad. He heads to the church where his mom is preparing for the pageant, the Christmas Eve pageant, and he heads up to the rafters to try to get back at Joey by replacing all of the snow that's supposed to fall with water. And Joey will get blamed because Joey is the stage manager. They wake up on Christmas morning and Billy's dad surprises him with a new hoop and ball. His uncle David shows up in his fancy pants money man car and hits the garage. He tells them that he's building a super mega store in the town, and Billy's dad is like, that'll put me out of business. He's like, you're going to be fine. You'll be running the store. They all go to the Christmas pageant, and Billy's plan to get back at Joey works, I guess, but Joey punches him in the eye, and David, Uncle David, who had all the water, falls on him, leaves angry, believing that it is his brother getting back at him for bringing a store into the town. Worst Christmas ever. His sister comes in to sleep in his room because she's scared, and they get in an argument about Christmas being the best ever or not. She wishes that it was Christmas every day, and she makes him say it so that she'll go to sleep. Got him. Much to their surprise, there's a shooting star. And rules are rules. Shooting star you can't miss it. He wakes up and it's Christmas. It's Christmas again. And he is very confused. He thinks that it's just a giant prank, and I got to be honest with you, he thinks it's a giant prank for way too long. And when he wakes up the next day, it's Christmas again. He's confused, and his parents, they're concerned about him. They get a doctor to come and check him out. Doctor says it's just puberty. It's just puberty. He figures that it's that if nothing really matters, he might as well, go all out, go and kiss Diane without her consent. Fun stuff. Joey punches him in the face. What can you do? He tries all sorts of different things, trying to make the perfect day, trying to get Diane to fall in love with him, trying to kill his Uncle David, trying to even be a hero by stopping all of the bad stuff from happening around the town. And he finally decides, you know what? I'm just going to be kind to everyone. I'm gonna give everybody in town the most wonderful Christmas ever. So he figures out that the lesson here is really love the family you got, Embrace who you have around you. And in doing so, you make Christmas wonderful for everybody. His uncle, and while all this is happening, his uncle remembers how much he loves this town, and he decides that he wants to move back to town, not to open up a super mega shop, but to go back to work at the family store. And that's wonderful. And I guess That's the lesson that young Billy had to learn because he wakes up the next day and it's no longer Christmas. But you know what he still has? The love for his family. And that, my friends, was Christmas every day.
We did it.
We did do it.
Fran, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
It was okay.
Okay. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about Christmas every day here on
Deck the Hallmark.
We're back. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Deck the Hallmark. It's Christmas in July. We're closing it out with Ryan with
The Mighty Ducks.
with another ABC Family Christmas movie. He's back on that beat, but for only 1 week. He's back on the ABC Family Christmas beat. Now, Ryan, you admittedly love ABC Family Christmas movies. Like me, they were kind of your gateway drug into Hallmark movies and whatnot.
Yes.
And we watched a lot of fun ones last year, the Mistletoe and Handcuffs and all that good stuff. Holiday and Handcuffs, whatever it's
Mistletoe and
called.
Handcuffs.
What else did we
That's
watch
the
last
sequel.
year? We watched
Mistletoe.
Mistletones
We
was
watched
a fun one.
Snow.
Snow.
Snow and Snow 2.
Snow
Snow
2.
What a
And
film.
so
Yeah, was he at the North Pole? We can't.
Doesn't
listen.
matter.
It doesn't matter.
That's the North Pole.
And so today we're talking about Christmas every day with Brink. We're going to start with our hard take. We're going to share our thoughts on it. Before we do, had you seen this movie before, Ryan?
So it's a great question. I had seen
Thank
it
you.
a few times as a kid, but as I got older, I really started to wonder if I made it up because it basically seemed like lost media, except for the fact that apparently it's been on YouTube for a decade and a half.
That's right.
Uh,
but that's
but,
it. You can't find
yeah.
it anywhere else.
Just maybe the world's biggest streaming service.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
it's weird because it's like it's nowhere else. It's only on YouTube.
Only on
And the
YouTube.
worst quality ever.
Yeah,
So
it's real bad.
Also, ABC Family, this is a different discussion, did not exist in 1996. Yet 100% it is an ABC Family film. But
Maybe they-
ABC Family,
They did a thing I could be wrong, but I have a memory of this as a teenager on Saturday or Sunday nights where they showed a movie on ABC, and instead of calling it the movie of the week, they called it the ABC Family Movie of the Week or something like that, and they put
Okay,
family on there.
that must be the answer. Because ABC Family, the channel, does not exist until the early aughts. So,
at the very least, it was a part of the rotation when ABC Family existed.
yes,
and-
it would eventually play on ABC Family. 'cause
During
that
the
was
25 days of Christmas. Yes.
Right, because probably the last time I remember seeing it was when I was around 11 or 12, and so that would be right around when ABC Family started.
Yeah, and
all
I-
of that. Yeah,
I want to
Go
look.
ahead,
I want to look up. I think it maybe premiered on what ABC Family was at the time was called the Family Channel. But I
Okay.
will double check all of that. But at the time it was called the Family Channel and later ABC Family. But regardless, you'd
Yeah.
seen it, you'd watched it,
yep.
and now you've seen it again.
I also can get a DVD of Christmas Every Day from England for £9.
What is that?
So you have to lose 9 pounds and then you send proof.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been trying to do that anyway. So maybe
Hold
that's a
on,
good goal to have.
Blu-ray.com. Blu-ray.com. Nope, there's nothing here for it. Sorry. I'm doing my best here.
What did you think of the movie?
So I've said that Brink was the role that Eric Von Detten was born to play. I will tell you that this role was not. It's not. I hate to disappoint Bran and make Dan really happy. This movie's not good.
Thank God. Thank God. I thought we were headed to a
Yeah,
real dark road.
Listen, this idea has been done a lot. It's been done a lot by ABC Family. Mark Paul Gosselaar's version of it, 12 Dates of Christmas, is one that I really quite
Oh,
enjoy.
we covered that with Alonzo.
Yeah, I like that film a lot. I mean, this is not a new idea. It might be new in 96, relatively speaking. I'm sure a Christmas Everyday film had been done by somebody in 1996. But
Groundhog Day is like
yeah,
92,
exactly. I was
93, yeah.
specifically Christmas. I mean, but like it was maybe novel enough for the time. But the performances aren't the best. This comes in at under 90 minutes by just a skosh, and I would still say that you probably could have lost one or two of these.
Oh, easily,
days, but,
easily.
Because I will actually say the plus side is that I actually thought the last 15 minutes was nice. It was nice. I thought it wrapped up in a way the way it should have, and I actually thought that the progression was there, but we didn't need so much. There's a lot of weird cuts. Eric Von Detten is trying his best, but it just wasn't wasn't his
He's
gift.
trying his best,
He's
said
trying
Ryan
his best.
Pappolla. Nailed it.
Maybe I couldn't fully relate to the plot because like a new shopping center coming to my town would have been freaking awesome as a kid. Like, it's like,
But what if your dad owned the small one in town and your life depended on it?
I mean, listen, man, if you told me I was going to get like a new KB Toys or something, I would have said, Dad, we'll figure it out, So,
well, especially when the owner of the KB Toys is your uncle who's offering your dad probably a pretty well-paying job.
Yeah, I think that would have worked out. So
and will probably employ more people in the town than he did as his small.
Right.
It doesn't matter. We don't need to get into that.
Here nor there.
Not a great film. I enjoyed going back to it. My feels was nice. There was some moments where I said, "Oh, it's cool to reconnect with this." That I did remember this film, and I've thought about it a lot over the years in terms of like that's what I'd love to watch again. So I'm glad that happened. But I can truthfully say, and I think that for me, this is about as damning a review that I can give of a film that's from the 90s, the mid 90s, starring Brink about Christmas.
Yeah.
I will say that I am truthfully okay if I never see this film.
Wow.
Ever again. Yeah.
Man.
And so that,
Rye guy
hated the movie.
Rye guy fully redeeming himself from the ranking episode. I mean, just sharp.
That's still bumming you out from last week.
I would watch it again, but I'm okay if I never see it.
Tip of the spear hot take there. Yeah. Rye guy. It reminds me of some of your best way home hot takes. I mean, really good stuff.
That. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sand Dollar Cove better than this film.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to.
I
got to think about that a little bit more. Maybe I was too quick. They both are. It's not my hot take. Brand, go ahead.
I would like, I don't know, for you guys to watch Sand Dollar Cove together at some point for charity or something. I don't know.
Sure, man.
So really quick, I did look it up. This was a part of the Family Channel's very first 25 Days of Christmas. So 25 Days of Christmas, which is still a staple on Freeform to this day. First year, 1996 on the Family Channel. So fun fact for you there at home. For those that watch or listen to the Decom Descendants, you guys know my love of Brink. It is the best movie, best decom of our time or any time.
He doesn't even believe it.
And it's so good. And you're right. Eric Von Detten is Brink. And this movie isn't Brink. And so what you have is Brink being without rollerblades because it's winter, being really bad at basketball and being a real doink. Like, for a long time in this movie, it is Brink complaining, like nonstop complaining, and just being a real stinker. And it's like, it's hard for so long to go by in a movie and not cheer for the main character, like, because he's just not very likable. And so that's unfortunate. And then there's some really weird choices where he will like mimic things that he's heard on TV and like doing like gun slinging. It's very bizarre and really bad. And so, these type of movies, the Groundhog Day type movies, the reliving, the time loop, it is not a sure thing. There are lots of bad time loop movies, and it can be real. It can get real old real quick, and this one unfortunately did. I had seen this movie, and I was wondering to myself, wonder why I didn't rewatch the Brink Christmas movie, and now I remember it's because it's not a fun one. It's not a fun movie, and so that's unfortunate. So yeah. I think I'm with Ryan on this one.
Wow.
Dano?
I loved it, guys. I wish. If ever there was a movie that didn't need to be preserved in physical media, I think we found it. Guys, Eric Von Detten, God love him. We caught up with him through a video where we found out he was a sales guy. He seems like a riot to hang out with. He's not an actor. He isn't. I think, do you remember watching the interview during the movie where we paused the movie, Brand, to watch the interview where he was literally, the Kelsey brothers brought him up in their podcast about loving Brink. And so some local news station got him on to talk to him about the Kelsey brothers loving Brink It is one of the funniest interviews maybe you'll ever see. And here's the thing, and I'm not trying to take a shot at Mr. Von Detten. He clearly is 100% thrilled, happy, and content to not be in the movies. He doesn't want to be in the movies. He's in real estate.
He did a Lifetime last year, and that was it.
He's in real estate.
Really?
Yeah, which also,
yeah,
he's Brink. That's the problem.
It's not his gift.
He's
not his gift.
He's not good in Brink. I want to be very clear.
He's great.
Whoa,
Yeah.
He's not
He's great. He's perfect.
good. No. He is not it. Now, the thing about these movies, the thing about these movies is,
I can't believe this guy.
what do you want from me? He's much happier now not doing acting.
Well, when you peaked with Brink, it's hard.
And if you peaked with Brink, it's just like a speed bump in Nebraska. You know what I mean? It's just like you can see the whole town.
He was in the 10th best sports movie of all time. I mean, where do you go from there?
I can't even. I don't want to talk.
He didn't even need a Looney Tunes to elevate him. He had it.
Featuring. So the thing about this is that you can get me pretty easily with a time loop movie. And I think that's because whether it's a time loop movie or a movie like It's a Wonderful Life, whenever the main character thinks that their old life has been taken away from them and they didn't realize how great it was, every version of this, including Christmas Every Day, every version that I'm aware of, Click with Adam Sandler, for instance, every version in the last 10 or 15 minutes, you feel some sort of relief / redemption in this character for realizing that maybe you have more than you think you have, and maybe the important things. It's a lesson we could all learn, and a lesson we learn continually, hopefully every day. And so time loop movies to me are an easy sell. They're like fake romance movies. Like the fake romance movie, if it's played even close to right, if any attention to detail is placed upon the characters in the fake relationship movie, you're going to have a moment where the two characters realize they actually really like the other person. And that is always going to work as long as people are just capable, right? So you have that built in. This movie still sucks. Like there's so many things about it that don't work at all, many of which are in the wait what section, but also our protagonist, he just can't carry a movie. He just can't do it. And I don't mind if somebody's according to Brand, a real doink for most of the movie. That doesn't bother me if there's a reason for it or if it's played well. Not the case here. It's just not very good. But to Ryan's point, as short as it is, could have been shorter. So yeah, it's a hard no for me. Sand Dollar Cove, this movie, duking it out. I don't want to give a final. I spoke too soon. I'm not sure. I think I'm going with Sand Dollar Cove, but I'm not positive.
The only way to know for sure is a rewatch.
The
only way to know it for sure is a rewatch.
I agree.
Ryan, go listen to my review of.
I have.
Okay. All right. Because it's not like I'm exaggerating how bad I thought that movie was. Like that movie's bad within the concept of Hallmark. Like it's a bad movie.
Really quickly.
Yeah, go ahead, Brand.
Because, we've done what we need to do here. Summer is asking a Mighty Monday question, and she says has to include Little Giants and Angels in the Outfield.
You
correct?
Bet it does.
You bet
Check
it does.
And check.
Check.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year. Yeah.
You bet.
Check.
And then we're going to get to argue with Kathy Lasota, who says A League of Their Own is better than all those movies, which is talk about a scalding take. That's up there with the D3 take. But I'm interested in watching that. Cool Runnings. We got to do Cool Runnings, right?
That's in
on
there.
the list.
Yeah, for sure.
Was League of Their Own in the 90s?
Not A League of Their Own. I'm sorry. The movie where the kid runs the twin. Little Big
Big
League. I'm
League.
sorry.
Yes,
Little
that
Big
is
League
on
is
the
a masterpiece.
That is on the list.
Not League of Their Own, which is actually a great. Not that these other movies aren't actually great, but League of Their Own, better movie than these kids' movies, most of them. It's phenomenal.
And this is the guy we trust to say that Sand Dollar Cove is just a skosh better.
You think that
time out?
You think that the Mighty Ducks, the original Mighty Ducks, is better than A League of Their Own? With Tom Hanks and Gina Davis? You've lost your mind.
Let's get to all the feels. Ryan, anything in this movie give these feels?
So all I thought I remembered about this film before I had seen it, and again, I watched it, 2 times, maybe 3 times as a kid, preteen, was that there was some sort of Dennis Rodman reference in it. So the fact that within the first 5 minutes of the film that they referenced Dennis Rodman was both very vindicating and then also unequivocally the strangest core memory of my life.
Yeah,
But it gave me a lot of feelings, Brand.
My all the feels is basketball related as well. Christmas Day basketball, that love it, and me sitting down and watching Christmas Day basketball is such a big part of my childhood. But also, watching Eric Von Detten play basketball is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
hysterical.
And like the fact that he's just not good,
Yeah.
and it doesn't really matter the loops. You know, he makes a shot, but it takes a lot.
Yeah, I wonder how many takes it took.
It takes a lot
Yeah.
of practice to finally get there. Imagine being able to loop, and then the best you have is one. Like I got one.
I made
shot.
one jump
I made-
shot
I made
after
one.
the loop was over.
Yeah.
You could grind for 8-10 hours a day just at the outside shooting to get ready, and you didn't make a single basketball shot throughout your time loop experience.
Yeah, in
Not
reality,
one.
he could have
Not
just
one.
like sacrificed 5 days of just kept looping just to become really
Yeah.
good at basketball.
That's right. Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
does one day where he really commits to the craft. Dan, any feels for you?
Yeah, so it could have been just the grainy 4-3 quality of this, but it's amazing how much better snow looks in the movies, Christmas movies we watched from the 90s than when they started mass producing them. And so like it looks cold and snowy outside, which isn't nothing. That's something, especially since when we watched it, I believe it was heat index was close to 110 outside here. So that was nice. That was a nice feeling.
There
And
you
that's
go.
all I've got.
How about that? Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to the what the hallmark here on Deck the Hallmark.
Deck the Hallmark.
I'll take it from
you
here,
got
boys.
it. Go for it.
Take it
Still
off.
thinking about this League of Their Own thing.
Welcome back, everyone. We are talking about Christmas Every Day from 1996, starring Brink. It is time for the Wait What, is where we talk about when this movie made us go, wait, what? I'll start with you, Rye Guy.
Thanks, Bran. So Eric Von Detten, as Bran said before the break, has the worst jump shot form of all time. And I don't think that it was like a character choice.
No.
I'm going to guess that Eric Von Detten just wasn't good at basketball.
It would
also
be,
not his gift.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing is if you're good at basketball, pretending to be bad, you can't look like that. That's
that
not
you
possible.
you gotta be
Yes.
you gotta be really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
so
bad.
a couple quick ones on basketball.
Clearly
His
more
character-
comfortable on the skates than he is on the
Yeah,
basketball
for
court.
sure.
Very much
For
the,
sure.
The role he was born to play. His character claims he hates basketball because he has the worst jump shot of all time. But he doesn't hate basketball enough because he literally watches the same basketball game 8 days
Yes, he
over
does.
and
Right.
over
Yes,
from
he
start
does.
to finish.
He sure
It's
does.
It's a strange the dynamic between me
It
and
was a really
basketball.
weird choice for him to literally say, I hate basketball.
Yeah.
And then for him to continue to turn
I
it
gotta
on.
go watch
like,
Weber go for 30.
I
or
gotta
whatever.
actually go watch some basketball. And then Brand, this might have been what you were specifically referencing, but the one day there's like a quick smash cut montage of him like taking about 20 shots on one of the days. His dad was giving him tips. His dad's suggestion is to close
Oh
his
my
eyes
gosh.
while shooting. His
Yeah.
dad saw his shot and said, "You know what could help if
Yeah.
we don't look at all."
Tuck your,
And-
he
and-
literally says, tuck your elbow and close your eyes.
So one more thing, and he said, "I believe to shoot over and over again." So he tells them to not do that once,
Yeah.
but to do it over and over again. And what's
he
weird
does.
is he starts with advice that kids get all the time to tuck your elbow, and then he goes off the just radar with close your eyes.
yeah, it is.
What in the world?
What
man?
is it that Rosner said in the golf movie? Close your eyes and make a wish and
And
swing
then
as hard as you
and
can.
Swing as hard as you can. Yeah.
It's up there with the worst sporting advice. Up there with Marcus Rosner, our guy Marcus Rosner.
Brink proceeded to miss 20 in a row with the close your eyes strategy.
Maybe
Yeah.
open your eyes, buddy.
And he's got
Yeah.
literally all the time in the world to
Yeah.
work on him.
All right. Away from this game we love, Eric Von Detten is maybe the toughest kid alive. As at one point early on, he gets punched directly in the face, and he doesn't grab his face. He doesn't hold his face. He
Dude.
doesn't say "owie." He just and then he sleeps directly on the side of his face
Man.
that he got hit on. This kid is a machine. Forget basketball. He should be going into the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Listen, I wrote down if the pain doesn't reset every day, he has CTE. He takes so many haymakers. I mean, just like, it's not like a kid comes up and quick jabs him. He takes just full body punches and is like, man, well, I guess that's today's punch. Like, he doesn't even, it's insane.
I'll try again tomorrow, bro.
That's right.
And then last one, and Dan, it's honestly perfect segue. It's a trope of these flicks that, especially in the first rerun day or two, that everyone around them will just kind of be oblivious to the fact that they're explicitly saying that, this has already happened. But it reached a point like halfway through this film that, like, you got to question Brink's parents. Like, they're bad parents. Like, this kid is like they should be questioning his sanity. Like, this kid is out of his head. Like, and they're just like, yeah, well, we gotta head to church.
Well,
like,
this was one of mine, but I will say this: in every Hallmark movie with a sliding doors or time loop or caught in a town premise. So, where are you, Christmas? Take me back to Christmas. This is these movies are, share a range of popularity within the Hallmark universe. They never, ever send the person to a doctor. This person, clearly something happened. They hit their head. No one is like, should we get you to an emergency room? Ever. Brink's parents do get a doctor to the house on Christmas Day. They get a doctor to house call on Christmas Day. So Hallmark, you should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah. You don't even have the ability to put one in there somewhere, and they're not stuck on Christmas Day. And so, yes, he does proceed to. They don't bring the doctor every day. I don't think. I think they bring him one day, and then he proceeds to act crazier and crazier, and they don't do anything. Your wait, what stands. Still better than what Hallmark does, which is like, well, she's just a little crazy. Have you met Crazy Alice? Yeah. She knows things. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but the doctor does say it's just puberty. And the dad, who last I checked also went through puberty at one point, was like, that checks.
Yeah. I remember my time loop phase of puberty.
Yeah. We've all been there. Yeah. We've all been there.
Those are all mine, Brano.
All right, wonderful. Yeah. This is an interesting town where everyone like walks around, and they walk through the small town. They go and they get ice cream on Christmas morning with snow on the ground. They go in on Christmas morning for the announcement of who won the jelly bean counting contest or whatever. Yeah. This is happening on Christmas Day. Mm-hmm. Ice cream shop open. The jelly bean winner announced on Christmas.
This town is so weird.
And everyone's in there. They're like, let's go find out who won the jelly bean. Guys.
And they all get together for a play on Christmas.
Yeah. Yes. On Christmas nights, let's go for the Christmas pageant. It's just wild. It's wild what happens in this town, which is crazy. And, there's at one point, the parents are concerned about him, and they're going to put some things in place. There's some things like, hey, don't do this. And dad says, or mom, I don't remember. I think it's dad. Dad says no goosebumps for 3 weeks. Guys,
first of all, how dare you?
How dare you? Can you that's like taking away a kid's phone these days.
You could do that.
You could.
You're taking away books.
Goosebumps. Guys, there's nothing more important. There's nothing more important
than
nothing
goosebumps.
more important to a kid than goosebumps.
Josh, number 49.
Josh, number 49, looking at you. Dan?
Yeah. I wrote down maybe he shouldn't play basketball. Right. Like, the best thing you can do as a parent is try to encourage your kids with whatever they do and push them towards things you think they'd be good at, but not push them too hard. Make it to where you want them to be supported regardless. Dad continually being like, I bought you more basketball stuff. It's just like, what are you trying to do to your kid?
Do we know if it is
you hate basketball,
dad pushing basketball onto him because he loves it, which is crazy to me because he clearly doesn't know anything about basketball.
Or puberty.
Or did Brink is it one of those things where Brink tells his dad, I really want to get into basketball, and he's trying to support his kid, and now Brink's too far in, and he doesn't feel like he can be honest to his dad.
It's the second one.
You think so?
He's clearly excited to watch the Bullets play the Lakers. Brink likes basketball. He's just not good at it.
He's not good at it.
Yeah. Which makes me feel a little bit better. At least the dad, I have to imagine at one point Brink told him, hey, I want to play basketball.
Well, and what's wild is that I'm not listen, the thing about Brink in this movie is that for what he lacks in basketball skill, he makes up for in his 100% accurate audiographic memory. He, on his first time loop, has memorized everything every family member says at dinner. In his first time loop. So like that's normally something that happens on like the, in Groundhog Day when he's been there for 50, 100, like Palm Springs, the Andy Samberg movie that's really, really good. Like you don't start the memorizing of dialogue until your days, weeks, sometimes years into the process. On his first day, Brink can't draw iron on a jump shot, but he's got everybody's dialogue memorized. This guy's a genius. He is so smart that he can memorize that after hearing it one time and one time only and going through the trauma he went through. He's not as great at acting like he's falling downstairs, though. He falls down some stairs in this movie. And if it wasn't for the fact that we just watched A Fireman for Christmas and that fall, this would have been the worst fall recorded in film. That one was a little bit worse than this. So there is that. This church play takes place at a church that I like to call not a church. It has 4 rows of folding chairs, cement blocks on either side, and what appears to be one wooden basketball goal. It is not a church or a gym or even just a room. I don't know what it is. It's not any of those things. Sorry, not sorry. They make the move with having an entire catalog of public domain songs to use Silent Night twice every day in this movie. Every day. We hear Silent Night 12 times, could have only heard it 6. What are you doing to me? The uncle, is there a weirder way to brag about your car than telling me what you paid before taxes and license? like you just say out the door, right? You just tell me. If somebody was like, what'd you pay? And you're like, $30,000. You don't get into that. Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, have you ever heard anybody go, dude, I got this car. It was $20,000 plus taxes and the license. No? Go ahead.
That's how I sell my purchases to Alyssa. I leave out shipping and handling. And
No, but you're not bragging at that point. You're trying to beg for your life.
Quite
That's
the opposite.
different.
Yeah.
Listen, before taxes and fees. No, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Like I've been like, hey, but with taxes and fees, this car would cost this. Look what I got it for out the door. I've done that before. But to show up and be like, let me tell you what this car costs. But not all the way.
Yeah. That's not a part of it.
That's not a part. You didn't pay that. What you just said means nothing. They could have added all kinds of license fees, and like they could have been like, yeah, we'll give it to you for $49,999, and then given you $7,000 of taxes to make you feel better, I guess.
Yeah, I guess his whole thing is it's like it's more, but even at its least, it's still expensive. I think is his point here. But who is like when you hear a number, you think in your mind, you're like, well, that's not like you take away the license fee. That's not actually that much.
Should have taken that. They should have taken that line of dialogue out because if you drive a Jaguar, the whole point is you have money and you paid the sticker. Like that's you know what I mean.
The good news is you only hear it once. You only hear him say it once. That's the nice thing.
Yep. That's all I got.
It's time for What the Hallmarks, where we wonder what could have been, maybe because of clarity, which we still have. What are we still wondering about this world of Christmas every day? What do you got, Ryan?
I'm so glad you phrased it that way, Bram, because you mentioned the jelly beans and the ice cream shop and all that stuff. What you did not mention is this video rental store, which is not only open on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it is.
Christmas morning. By the way, if you want to open up at like 6 p.m. on Christmas Day, try to get some late foot traffic, maybe. But like, all right. In the 90s, somebody wants to rent a movie, but it's Christmas morning. And so not only is it open on Christmas morning, but Brink takes out about 5 movies. This is when he's like prepping to learn how to fight. So he's watching John Wayne and, Bruce Lee and all these, and he says he has these 5 movies. He's like, yeah, can I just pay when I return them? Like, and this guy on Christmas morning, the owner of the shop's like, sure, no problem. So Brink could just hold on to these forever. This guy has no log that these movies are gone. How is this guy turning a profit?
Yeah. You always pay the rental fee up front, and then they have your card to.
They got your stuff.
You're basically you basically just have them if you take
that's
right.
They just charge you.
You're good
he doesn't
for
know
it.
what's on the shelf.
Well, he's Brink. You know, he's a soul soul skater.
He's Soul Surfer. Yeah,
Soul Surfer, different movie.
The X-Blades, also a bad movie.
Yeah. So yeah, you know more, Dan, about like time loop and all that stuff than I do. I haven't seen a time loop movie like this where I've thought more about head trauma, like and the ramifications of it. He gets hit in the face, in the head, so many times in this movie.
It starts over.
I know, but it feels like it's still at some point.
If you see Bill Murray grab a toaster while he's in the bathtub and drop it in there, you know that
So I guess this is the equivalent of him like testing it. Yeah. Like what's really going to happen. I think you should get like 5 good punches in before the brain starts being like something wrong.
Listen,
here.
I know it's a loop, but it's not a loop for this guy.
Yeah, I'm still here. He got hit a lot. He got hit a lot in this movie, and I think at a certain point it has to affect him. I would think so.
Yeah. I could have missed it. I'll grant you. Before Brink gets stuck in the time loop, there is a shooting star. And before that, we see outside of their house, Brink's house, a very inebriated Santa Claus, like a man dressed as Santa, but he doesn't have the beard on, and he's drinking out of like a flask or out of like some whiskey, and he's in a sleigh. And then he just kind of keels over right out, not at a storefront, like in a neighborhood. He's sitting in a sleigh
on Brink Street.
On Brink Street, wasted with
a Brink Boulevard, but
Brink Boulevard with a Santa outfit on, but no beard. What's going on there?
Well. Also, does that then relate? The biggest sorry, I missed it. Dan, I believe it attaches to this. Is like, why is Santa the one at the end who is relieving Brink of it no longer being Christmas every day
when it was Star?
Yeah, it was Star at beginning, and also it's Christmas night.
But
why is Santa still on the ground at Brink Boulevard on Christmas night?
Is that the real? Listen, I would say that's a very fair way. I just am like at this point with this movie, especially, I'm fine saying Christmas magic all works together. Whatever he learned his lesson. Why is there a drunk man in a Santa suit in a sleigh? In a rural suburban, in a suburban neighborhood, just passed out drunk. What was he doing there? Is he the real Santa? Was he just there?
Santa, listen, it's been a long night for Santa.
He doesn't even have a beard. He's just bald with a mustache. Who is that guy?
I don't know who that guy is.
So Dan, as you talk it out, Sand Dollar Cove definitely better. Right?
Sand Dollar Cove is
it's looking better every second.
It's a bad movie, man. It's a really bad movie.
I'm saying the only way is to rewatch.
I don't want to rewatch Sand Dollar Cove.
For charity.
Oh, it's
for charity. Yeah. You figure out a way for you and me to watch it for charity live, then I'll do it. Yeah, absolutely.
I've been thinking about, I've been, we could do this off air, but I've been thinking about ways to change up the marathon a little bit this year, and that might fall right into it.
It's not.
You've unlocked the Sand Dollar Cove rewatch. We did it, everybody. Congratulations to us. Mighty Monday. Mighty Monday kicks off next week with the Mighty Ducks. We're actually going to start with 3. Can you imagine? We're going to start with Mighty Ducks 1. So come on back. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch them again. It's been a year, so I'm really excited about it. Until next time, maybe the first to wish you a
Merry Christmas.
The Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.